So this is the entrance to my home. I've got some plants here, some on the ledge. These are soundproof windows. This is my door. And when I walk in, this is my door stopper. So this is my door stopper. When I need to stop my door, that's my door stopper. And it's also my landing station for anything that I'm carrying when I come home, or when I need to go out, I can keep things there. Those are Devang's school medals and his badminton racket. There's a long stick there for something that Devang wants. I don't know what it is. This is my tape deck and my DVD player, and two speakers along with it. This is on a cardboard box with a cover on it, and there's floor level seating. And I also use this for keeping my teacup if I'm sitting and listening to music, because I have these two speakers set up like this, and then bang opposite I have this 2.1 speaker system that plays on Bluetooth either CDs or digital music, or from my turntable. This is my turntable. This is my preamp and my Bluetooth transmitter and transceiver and transmitter. And this is my equalizer, and then there is, I don't know if you can see it, there's a turntable and an equalizer here which don't get used, and they're kind of just hogging space. And then I have my vinyl collection. That's about 300 vinyls. And then these are Devang's. This vertical block is literally Devang's art and craft space. So he's got all his supplies and his tools in that cupboard, and some more stuff there, and his books on top. Those are his books, and some of, oh, I thought they were some of my books, but they're not there. And again, these are my CDs and my cassettes. And this is how my seating looks. So there's one here, and there's one here. There's a beanbag here which doesn't need to be here. It usually stays in this corner, but I sometimes pull it out to sit and listen to music in front of these speakers, or in front of these two speakers which are at floor level. I am going to get shelves to put them higher up so that they are at my sitting ear level. Here I have a little bit of a charging station and a rice cooker, just for efficiency of using the power outlets. These are my water cans space, and then this is the main sideboard and the dining area, and then my pantry and my kitchen. So there's some storage here, and then these are for the large containers and the most frequently used grains and pulses. Then I have the fridge here. There is a little gap after the fridge for someone to stand and do dishes at the sink. There's a draining tray, and I have nails on the wall, hooks on the wall to kind of hang most of the utensils and things that I use frequently. So there's a draining tray, and on top of this is my main pantry space, where I have got my oils and my condiments here. My main spice rack here, not spice rack, yeah, kind of spice rack. Salt, chilies, cumin seed, mustard, some basic sauces, stuff that I use very frequently. And then these are my spice racks. So I've got all my spices here. And this is my oil and sauces rack. I've got a Lazy Susan here to let me access all the oils easily. These are my onion crisps. I also use this space for my plastic bags and ziplocs and paper towels that I use to clean things up. This is my heating station, and these are my everyday oil spaces. These are my most commonly used Indian spices: turmeric, chili powder, dhania powder, and jeera powder, and garam masala. I have pepper, whole dhania, and pepper powder also here. That's my colander. This is my tea station. I have multiple kinds of tea. So I have my electric kettle, my thermos flask, and right now I have two kinds of tea, the one in front, the one in the back with the blue, and in between I have a jar of coffee. That's my teapot and my thing, and this whole thing is sitting on a wooden platform, which is where the tea cup would go for when I make tea. So that's how it would look. So this is a box of tea, this is a box of tea, and this is my coffee. And I've got a little bit of storage here. I've got this countertop set up to carry my oven, which I use a lot. And there's some storage here. This is where I keep my large utensils and large appliances, which I don't use frequently. And then I have my dining space, which is set up for two people because it's just me and Devang. So the table is a little clumsy right now, cluttered right now, but this is my chopping station for meal preps and for cutting vegetables. So I have a newspaper spread up because I'm using a white tablecloth. So I've got a newspaper and a napkin spread so that I don't stain my tablecloth. I've got two table mats and a runner going, and I've got my most frequently used that's mustard broth powder and chicken broth powder and curry leaf powder to flavor my dishes. I've got a corner stand for my pickles and my medicines, which I take once a day. That's my bedroom. We'll come to that later. This is my sideboard. So I've got my stuff that I don't use frequently, but this is the stuff place where I keep my water jug, my water bottles, and my poppers and my olive oil. And this shelf is for my recipe books and cooking books. And this top shelf here, this one on top, is mostly art supplies. This one is all tea and tea related stuff, and it's also got my favorite picture, the death of Socrates there, so it's like a kind of an altar. And there's storage here. This is my pantry, and that corner one is with the X on it, that is Devang's snack pantry. I have a little corner storage here, which is underutilized. And then I have my bookshelf here, which is a mess. And that door is Devang's room, which is mostly used as a catch-all and a storeroom. Really, oh my God, it's jammed tight. Let me see. But it's got a beautiful view of the city from its window. I plan to do it up later, but this is the room. It's kind of a little bit cluttered, a little bit underutilized. There's a big trash can there. And now we go to the most interesting part, which is my bedroom, which is also my workspace, because this is my bed. That's a dresser with a cupboard inside. We can look at that later. But I've got a lot of junk here. And that's my guitar. This is my wardrobe, and there's overhead storage, and this is my workspace. I need to turn off this alarm because it's annoying me. Right, so this is my workspace. I've got again my most favorite painting, The Death of Socrates here. I've got my holiday schedule, the holiday calendar here, along with US federal holidays. I've got a few little things that I feel are important. And this is my workstation. This is my chair. That's my router. And I have a set of pictures here which kind of detail my birth, my grandparents, my brothers and cousins, then my children, and yeah, so it's like that. And this is my bathroom door, and it's covered with stuff that pertains. The top two panels are actually 3-month calendars for me to plot my life and my tasks. But the bottom is Devang's exam curriculum, and I will just go into the bathroom so that we can look at the layout of the bathroom. This is my bathroom, and that's my shower and my tap, and this is my WC, and I have a little shelf that allows me to keep my coffee cup or my books that I'm reading. And this is my bathroom counter. And I've got a stack of towels and my trimmer, my beard trim, my mustache trimmer, and I've got my toothpaste and my shave foam and my aftershave and my eau de cologne and my mouthwash and my immersion rod heater, my towel, my face. This is my face towel. These are my bath towels, and that's how the space is organized. And what else do I need to cover? Yeah. So here in my bedroom, I have this small carton that I use as a table to keep my phone to charge and to keep my foam roller and sometimes my massage gun. And I have behind the door hooks to hang up my bags and my jeans and my stuff. And yeah, so this is about it, and it's become a long video, but I wanted to show you the insides of my dresser also. This is the inside of my dresser. It's not super organized. The top shelf has my condoms. The second shelf is mostly medicines and medical supplies. The third shelf from the top is toothpaste, spectacle cleaners, isopropyl alcohol, room fresheners. The fourth shelf from the top is a perfume that I don't use, some medical supplies, and my old glasses and a couple of soaps. And the bottom shelf is really junk. It's got a blood pressure thing and a humidity absorber and stuff. And there are two drawers here which I don't use, but there's storage space there which is not being utilized very well. So this is my room, and this is my bed. That corner is Devang's 2-liter water bottle. This is where I sleep. That's my Bluetooth speaker at night or in the morning to listen to stuff. And those are our blankets. These are my 2 hug pillows, and this is my guitar and my amplifier in the corner, and I can move them around when I use them, but they can stay in the corner when I don't. I use this to hang my shirts before they're ready to go for laundry, so that I can reuse them a second time. And a last look at my workspace from a distance. There is a window there. It is layered with black paper, but it can be opened, and there is the reason it doesn't get opened a lot is because it is very noisy. So this is the highway, and it's very noisy, but it's also very nice and breezy. And I have a net that allows me to, I have this system on all my windows for cross ventilation, so I can actually open the window and let the breeze in, but that also allows the noise in. So yeah, that's how that's a trade-off that I have to deal with. So can you take a look at this video and tell me ways that I can optimize my environment to build a second brain that will add efficiency and return on investment to my topmost priorities.